Yes, Professor, because it is very common to see Cambodian people before they walk into Angkor, or maybe they want to tell something to Angkor. Spiritually, Cambodian people often worship deities, which is a very big, I think, a Shiva. A Vishnu, sorry, so Vishnu, yes, a god Vishnu, a very big statue at one of the Angkor Wat entrance. And I saw in your photo that your team also worked on the maybe conservation or preservation of deities. So some people may not know. So can you explain to us a bit, sir, how was the condition of deity statue and how did you make it better in the structure, sir?
Yeah. Actually, for us, it was a real challenge, and it was a wonderful opportunity to work on such an important sculpture. Yeah,
Yes,
of course, we foreigners, we think it's a Vishnu, but we understood for the Cambodian people, it's much more the father of the ancestors, Tarek. So this, of course, for us was a big challenge and different from the other projects. In this case, we went to the local community, a religious community, and asked them, what do you think about our restoration conservation proposal? Would you accept it? And they said, okay. For example, we told them there are cement arms, maybe from the Conservation d'Angkor, French time. If we changed them to sandstone, they said, wonderful, because the god is living in the natural materials, not in the artificial materials, etc. Yes, so, and the condition was quite bad. We think it's really the god Vishnu from the central shrine in Angkor Wat.
The central shrine?
Could be.
We
are not convinced. One thing is because the arms were broken, some arms were missing, that's why they added cement arms in an early restoration phase. The lower part of the Vishnu is different stone material from the body. Yeah, I don't know if you have seen it now. It's decorated with cloth, and so you cannot see it anymore. But in former times, you could easily see it. So the legs are stepping added to the body. And it's different stone material. And we could imagine that the head was broken as well. When you transport such a huge sculpture from top of Angkor Wat down, it might have been fallen, or then it breaks, and then the legs were not usable, so they made new legs for the sculpture, and the arms at the shoulders broken, etc.
Yes,
and there was already an early repair, most probably for the shoulder, to hold the shoulder. There were iron in, a welded iron. So we could think this could have been from 16th century, when the transformation was from a Hinduistic temple to a Buddhist pilgrimage. But this is not our field.
Yes,
we are natural scientists. But we know the head of the Vishnu was in cement. This was from the 80s. Obviously, somebody tried to steal the head, so the Conservation d'Angkor was quicker, removed the head and brought it to Phnom Penh, and it was stored in the royal palace at that time. So, okay, we were asked, can you fix, etc. And I brought a picture. One thing was for us very important. We had a scaffolding, this wooden scaffolding, but the statue was always visible during the whole process, because we thought many people are traveling far, spend a lot of money, want to see, pray at the Tarek, and then they come and the normal work sites, they are closed. Nobody can see what's behind. And we built this scaffolding and worked on this scaffolding. You can see our team working there, that the visitors could still come and see the sculpture and pray at the sculpture. So this was the first thing. The second was then we repaired the arms, stabilized the arms, and started with the cleaning and the protection of the sculpture. You can see this is a cleaned test area. Yeah, a lot of dirt also from the beds. Yeah, on the sculpture, but below you had polychromy and gilding. Yeah.
So these are what we call the gold.
Gold. We
plate,
think it's from pilgrims with gold leaves. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And finally, and this was the biggest thing for us, and for this we are really proud that we could help the Tareq. We made a proposal that we could fix the head back to the original head, that it cannot be stolen again. And there was a decision, and at that time the palace moved all the fragments they had, sculptures, to the National Museum, and there the conservator, we asked them, can you check, we made a cast of the top of the neck, yeah, and send it to Phnom Penh. Does it fit to the head, which came to the National Museum and fitted, so we knew it's the original head. And then there was a decision from the government, and the head was brought here and was all secret. And we had it stored in the Conservation d'Angkor, and in the morning we brought the head in a box to the worksite, and there was already a big puja prepared from the local community. Yeah, so and somehow they recognized there's something going on, and very important one. And of course the head of the Tareq came back, the original head. So and at that time we closed for a short moment the scaffolding with a curtain, and removed the cement head, put the new head out, and now we have the sculpture. We proposed then that somebody should some protection should be above, and the local community then decide the umbrella. Yeah, and now it's protected from the bad deposits, etc. And I think the local people, they put on the ropes, etc. And also for Lakshmi on the next to it, yeah, the same. I think this is a very, very successful object or project, and we are very proud that we were part of this, and our team as well, of course. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So the concrete head was meticulously chipped away, or you can just take it out and then replace it?
I didn't understand the beginning.
You mean like the concrete head? You say that the head was...
somebody obviously tried to open the joint again, yeah.
And then it was replaced with a concrete head?
And then it was replaced by a copy, concrete copy.
So
in the 1980s,
yes, sir.
We found in the documents, yeah.
But when you put the original head back, how did you take away the concrete head, sir? Like, do you chip away?
Yeah, of course you could open the joint with a chisel. Yeah. This was prepared already, and then when the head was at the side, it was already loose, the concrete head. We just could take it off and put the original on, and there was already a steel pin inside and to fix the original head.
Yes, sir. And also the arm, made from sandstone, were then carved and then put back.
At that time, the restorer, Simon Warwick, was still working with us. He was also a stonemason. I had a student who was a stonemason before he started studying, and they were working on the new arms, on the sandstone arms, which are more or less a copy of the other arms. Yeah. Because we don't really know how they looked like.
Even though we can see other bas-relief or sculpture from other temple, but we cannot, always rely on those information.
Yeah, and of course such a sculpture was very individually made. Yeah. So I think there's not anywhere another copy or a model or something like this. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So how long did this project took you to do, sir?
Starting from the first documentation and the research, and then to the final intervention, I think it was 2 years, around 2 years. But it's a long time ago already.
So when you go to Angkor Wat to do other preservation and then you see the sculpture, do you still remember, you know, the vivid memory that you still work on this before? Or sometimes
Of course,
it becomes
and
like normal?
especially when we have visitors, we always pass at the Tariq to explain the work there, and of course the value of the sculpture for the local community. Yeah.
I see, sir.
And actually, we did another work. One of the students made an inventory of all movable objects, yeah, which means sculptures, fragments of architecture, etc., in the Angkor Wat. And there it was a similar process that suddenly the local community recognized the value of their objects. Yeah, the student Emmeline, she was working several weeks in the center, in the chambers of the central shrine to clean them. She found sculptures in the deposit. This level of deposits from the bed. It was really an incredible work of her because it's stinking there in, or was stinking in there, etc. And also the local community then started to to install this praying or place in the Gallery of Thousand Buddhas. Yeah, suddenly there were curtains underneath the ceiling. There were clothes for the sculpture, for the Buddhist sculpture, etc. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is, in our opinion, also important work. But in the process of revitalization of the traditions and the religion in the country.